Hello, mate. Where are you from? France, probably.
Hello everybody, hope you're well. I've got an amazing update for you at the end of this video regarding where all the money went with last year's fundraising efforts. It's gone to a great place and I'm so proud of our subscribers for what they've achieved. All will be revealed later on, but until then, I've got a wall to build. Right then, we've had a slight hiatus from this job because it's bank holiday. We're on holiday. Had a lovely time as well, but there we go. So I'm back now. Compo's been delivered. A few people have been asking why is it called Compo. For all I know, it's just a regional thing. Compo, short for composition of, sand cement, that kind of thing. Other people from other parts of the country call it something else. For instance, I call half term bringing your kid to work day as a great father and son bonding time. Other parts of the country, such as like where social services are, might call it child labour, but there we go. We've had some blocks delivered as well. Right, now there's a bit of a story behind this. You tell me where I've just been fed a little bit of BS. I finally had a building inspector allow me to use 3.5 Newton blocks internally that aren't Thermalite. So I'm not using Thermalite, I'll go into why a little bit later on. So I've shopped around for the best price. I've got the best price. They've turned up and they clearly say 7.3 Newton on them. Right, now they're heavy, yes they're wet, but that one there, that's off this pack, obviously dry, still very heavy. So I've just phoned up the supplier and they've said, it's a misprint mate, it's at the factory, they've printed it wrong. I said, but they're heavy, like very heavy for 3.5 Newton, and I've used them lots of times, built my house out of them. No, they're just wet. Right, okay. Is it green band or black? Green. Oh yeah, green means 3.5 Newton. It's just that it's misprint. What do you reckon? I mean, the only reason, I can still use them. It's just, they're difficult, aren't they? They're heavy, and I've got to go, quite high with them. And the whole point of the lighter 3.5 Newton, the fibre light kind of blocks, is that they're not that much heavier than Thermalites. And one hand, lift them up high, not a problem. We shall see. I've got to use them now, they're here. But you just tell me whether you not think that you had this problem, misprinted, does green banding out 3.5 Newton? You tell me, put it in the comments, let's learn something. Right then, let's load out and get building. What do you say, Roy?
Hello.
Beautiful. Up to height, lintel height that is. Get these trestles down now and then proper scaffolding when I get the other side up. The reason why I haven't done the other side yet, hello Mark, I'll go into a little bit later on. A couple of do's and don'ts. If you can, if the existing wall is plumb, just Dutch pin your profile up to it, use your dory block and come off it. Still lay that one, and then I've plumbed every one and then used this beautiful thing, Fitz brick clamp, I think they're called. I'll put a link to the company in the description. I'm using these more and more often now. They're ace. I'm going to go into more detail about them in a future episode, because I have just bought their new profiles and all the gubbins to go with it. So anyway, we'll come back to that. Wall starter, straight off this wall. Don't point this joint, it will just crack, and then the customer will think the house is falling down. It isn't. I've put a bit of comfort at the back joint, but this one I'm going to clean it all out, and when it's all finished, mastic it, allow for movement, and that is the way that you do that. Now, our brickwork is, you got to take my word for it, 75mm gauge, every single one, beautiful. Can't get it wrong, so I'm using the profiles. But that is how far the existing house is out. Look, and they're 65mm bricks. So we can't follow that, so I haven't. But there we go. In terms of the brick match, it's not so much a brick match, more than just the correct brick. London Rustics, I believe they're called. At an astonishing price of £1.35 each. Another company, a bigger company than the ones I've actually got them from, wanted £1.87. Yep, each, you heard. Right then, okay. Problem with these bricks is that there's only one header side to them, the other one's plain. So you've got to keep an eye on that, which is why you'll see as the build continues, I've got to lay certain ones frog down because of the reveal of the side. Obviously that's got to be the correct face side down there, unless of course you forget it, which is my schoolboy error, which is, where is it? There it is, look, a little sod. So I'm going to have to cut that one out. I can't leave it like that. Anyway, right then, let's back it up. Right then, one side of the extension, very nearly built. I've answered my own question. These are not 3.5 Newton. These are 7s all day long. I've been sold a couple of duffers there. I've now got to see how much 7 Newtons are from other places to see if I've actually overpaid for them. I don't know, but I'll get back to you on that one in the next episode. I phoned him up again and he says, oh, no, I'll send you the data sheet. I don't need a piece of paper to tell me the difference. If you've never handled the 2 different blocks before, I'm sure you've handled a bag of sugar and a tea bag, and you can work out the difference yourself. Anyway, world's smallest violin and all that. That's up. I took a calculated risk going up as high as I have in one go on both skins. If I didn't think I could do it, I wouldn't have done it, but I did. So I did. So there we go. You may have noticed the damp. I have bedded it on as always. It's so easy to do. You know, why not do it? Although I do think it's a nonsense bedding the damp. I've done it on both skins as you should do, and I've put a skirt in on this side, the skirt being that 450mm damp that's under the blocks and then falls down the face of our foundations, out of our footings. I'll explain why that is in the next episode. And you may have also noticed that here there is no cutting out for a continuous cavity. There's no damp, vertical damp being put in. Now, I don't believe that should be done anyway. However, I'm not in charge of how these jobs get done. That's the building inspector, and I've had a conversation with every single one that comes out on every single job, and it's rarely the same person twice, and none of them agree that that should be done. So we don't do it. This isn't me going all rogue and going, oh, I don't think it should be done, so I'm not doing it. If I had to do it, I would do it, but I don't, so I won't. It's as simple as that. I've been promising or threatening to do a video on that, and if I get the same comments as I do every single time on these kind of jobs, at this stage at least, about the, oh, you should do it, you're going to get damp, all this, you're going to get cold spots, everything. We'll do a video on it and then we'll talk about it there. And you might be able to teach me a thing or two. We can talk about the theory behind it, but then the actual practicalities of is it actually worth it, and what you're doing detrimentally to the structure of the corner by doing so. But anyway, maybe that's for another video. Speaking of videos, the next one from here will be putting the padding. So why is that then? Why haven't I, being I'm using profiles, just put a profile in that corner, profile in that corner, and then build it all the way around in a wanna, as I normally would? Well, because of this beautiful side access that we've got here. This is unusual for us on our jobs. You know, we do a lot of mid-terraces, you know, mid-house, whatever. So when it comes to concrete in a pad, it's usually a concrete pump job, in which case we'll do it at the end. We'll just continue, get it built, and then do it at a later date. But because we've got this lovely access, we can just shoot that concrete straight in, straight off the lorry. No need for the expense of the pump. So we're doing it first. There's some pros and cons to doing it this way round, and I'll go into that in the next video, which will be prepping this floor, getting it right, up to regs, and then getting it sorted. And then from that, once that's in, then we can start building. But that's for next episode, which will be next week of that, I can promise you. And right then, I think that's it. Any questions, let me know. I'll answer them best I can. I might even do a video. If there's loads and I've missed, I know I'm scooting over a couple of details here. Might do a little questions and answers kind of video. Maybe that's the way to go. I don't know, you tell me. Right then, let me tell you all about you beautiful people who donated to our cause last year and where your money has gone. Well, if you're new to the channel and you don't know anything about the fundraising that we did last year, and you made it this far into this video, Jesus, fair play to you. But everything you need to know is in this video. It's all explained. But to give you a very quick summary, throughout last year, we, through Superthanks, asked for your donations to go towards presents to be bought for the kids at Birmingham Children's Hospital that find themselves in the hospital over the Christmas 2024. You did that fantastically, and thank you very, very much. And special thanks still has to go out once again to a fellow called Elvin, who donated £1,000 lump sum. There you go, have it. Long story short, we bought the presents, we gave them to the kids, they were bespoke, we got in contact with the nurses, that kid's going to be in, they like this kind of thing. It was all sorted out, and we had a fantastic problem of having over £1,600 still left in the pot. What are we going to spend it on? Well, sometime in 2023, I believe, a sensory trolley, if that's how you say it, broke. They had it, some kids benefited from it, and it broke. They had a quote to get it fixed. They didn't have the money, and it's been left in the corner, broken, up until now. I said, well, get a quote, we'll fix it. We had a quote, and the quote came back at, this is amazing, £1,661.47p. That is £17.38p under what we had, just under the bar of what we had. Complete coincidence, I know what some of you are thinking, but they didn't know, the company didn't know it was or YouTube, it was fundraising. So, you know, we had nothing to do with it because, as I say, the nurses all sorted it all out. It's just one big coincidence. Anyway, long story short, they now have, thanks to you our subscribers, that ward at Birmingham Children's Hospital now has that sensory trolley up and running. It's working, well done. Isn't that fantastic? What just a little idea of, oh, why don't we give a super thanks? And this is what it's come to. It was broken since 2023, and in January 2025, we got the money and it's now fixed and they're using it. Fantastic. Well done you. Honestly, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. As my dog is sick in the corner. Right then, we'll leave it at that. Once again, if you like what you saw, please subscribe, like, and if you didn't, keep it to yourself. No one cares. Thanks for watching.